That's good.
Perfect. Leave it on mute. It's fine. Oh, does Tammy have this paper? Did you have a chance to read it?
Tammy, you're still on mute.
You're still muted. She's not muted. Is there a volume issue? Wait a minute. Does that say mute? It's saying here that you're muted, Tammy. Try saying something. No.
No, I mean, it shows that she's, you know, how you can see the little microphone with the red line through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing the microphone with the red line to it on this end. But did you have a chance to look at the tax rate numbers?
I'm gonna call her. So at least we can hear her.
All right, hold on.
At least we can hear you now. All right.
Where are you, in Arkansas? That's why.
That's why.
All right, well, at least we can hear you now. We'll see you and we can hear you.
Open up materials on my iPad instead of on my phone.
All right. So I'll call the meeting to order. Are we recording? Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. At the end of 2023, we had just over $2 million in fund balance. That was after we set the tax rate. That was the amount we had. The tax rate last year was 1168. This year, if we don't do anything, the tax rate would be 1193, and that's the town is going up 27 cents. County's going down 1 penny. The local school is going down 28 cents. And the state education is going up 28 cents. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus 27.
27 cents.
27.
27 cents, sorry. And then so the a total of 1193. So that the total it would go up would be 25 cents. But that would leave us a fund balance of over $2.8 million. So between last year's, whatever, calculated at 2 million, unanticipated revenue that came in that hadn't been, and I don't really understand that, why it would not have been taken into consideration. I mean, we set the 23 tax rate like this time, October-ish of 23.
But the revenues are based off of September 1 is when we need to submit our revenues to the state, and they're just estimated revenues on September 1.
Oh.
So that's what they're.
So so it's the 23 expenses, but the 24 estimated revenue. Okay. So the revenues added another $800,000 to.
Well, the surplus from the expenditures plus the surplus from the estimated revenues together.
Okay.
Where was the fund balance at the end of 2023?
Well, when we set the tax rate last year, it was 2 million. It was just over 2 million. 2,063,995.
Is that on?
No, it's on.
Okay.
So then you took the surplus from 2023's operating budget, which I don't know what it is right off the top of my head, but I think it was $300,000 or $400,000.
Between that, yeah.
And then you took the additional revenue that we didn't account for from our estimated revenues when we submitted those in September, and together that brings us to the additional $800,000 in undesignated.
All right. Last year, I know that other, at least one other board member wanted to take more of the fund balance and throw it towards lowering the tax rate. I was against that because I just thought that for a town of this size with our infrastructure and potential problems, that $2 million was a safe amount to have on hand. I still believe that, but now we're looking at 2.8,
Almost to our max.
almost, yeah,
Right.
3,061,061 is the max.
right.
Right.
So I would recommend that we take $320,000 out of the fund balance, put it towards the tax rate, and bring it right back down to 1168, even with last year, there'll be zero tax increase for the year. And that still leaves us 2.5, which is still above average. But again, if next year we're in a similar situation, we can continue to keep the tax rate level.
Well, and I also think you gotta remember too, just from CIP discussions, I know Jack and I obviously were very involved, and I know Tammy was involved as well. They are proposing a warrant article for the rec to complete the addition at the rec or the renovations at the King Rec area. They're proposing that to come out of a warrant article. So if we have a surplus this healthy, a good chunk of that could potentially come from our fund balance rather than taxation. Not disagreeing with adding some money to reduce the tax rate, but even if we did that, even if we funded 400,000 out of undated fund balance, we would still be in the over $2 million range without factoring in anything that we're putting in this year.
So, and I guess this comes directly from you. With the new Riverwalk section going online, the potential diner going online.
The new Riverwalk session is already online. That's
Okay.
what helped.
Is
That's what
that-
made us jump. the
Is that,
foot.
okay, that is
$3 million in added
revenue, property
tax
value.
base. All right. At what,
11.
$11.
Yeah.
Tax rate is over $250,000.
Yeah, if we did not, if our assessed value this past year didn't raise a dollar, say it was equal to last year's
Yeah.
assessed value. Our tax rate would be $12.27.
Okay.
So that additional 43 million essentially reduced it by the 37 cents, or we would have been 12.27 versus 11.
I mean, Timmy, I would agree with OJ. I think, we take a couple 100,000, 300,000, keep the tax rate level. And nobody can bitch, but. Yeah, well, I mean, again, people are gonna say it could have gone down more, but we're gonna say we're saving for the future to make sure that we've got a fund balance, just like you should at home, have a savings account for the rainy day fund. And you don't know what next year's gonna bring or the year after that. So, I'm comfortable in setting the tax rate per OJ's suggestion. Keeping it flat. Yeah, because once you bring it down, Tammy, if it goes up the next year, then, people bitch, I keep using that word. My mother, gonna watch my mouth with soap. But anyways, I'd rather see us keep it as level as possible and, tell the taxpayers we did our best to do that.
All right,
Motion?
sure, make a motion. I'll make the motion.
Yeah.
We use $320,000 of fund balance to offset tax rate for a new 2024 tax rate of $11.68.
Second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous,
That was easy.
quick and easy. I can update, there's an update from the planning board, but nothing that we need to act on or talk about or discuss immediately,
Mhm.
so I'll do that at the next meeting. This is really the only agenda item we had, correct, on the agenda?
Yeah, it's the only thing I had, and I would like, I'm gonna try to start, I'm gonna process this before I leave today on the DRA end side of things.
Yeah.
Usually, so what happens next is it then goes to the commissioner of the Department of Revenue, he signs off on it, but I don't think we'll have an issue with what we're doing. And so then, once I get the final word from him, we'll start processing the warrant tomorrow. I know, when are you leaving now?
No, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
No, I'll be in town until 3:30. I have an appointment, but then I'm gonna do the Halloween one
Oh,
at
the
the
Halloween
bank,
one, okay.
so I'll be in all day.
Becky and I are dedicating our morning to get the tax warrant done, so you guys can hopefully sign it, because I would like to get the tax bills to the printer. By either tomorrow afternoon or Monday.
Okay,
So I'll text you to get a signature. I know Tammy, you can't sign because you're not here, but if I could get two, then that's a quorum, and then we
Okay.
can roll with the tax bills.
yeah,
Yep, you call, text me when it's ready and I'll come down and sign it.
And then we'll get the tax bills to the printer. Christine already called them today and told them that to be prepared to get it either tomorrow or Monday. And they said they need 4 days to turn it around. So if we get it to them even by Monday, they should pull out by next Friday.
Great.
yeah, and does that allow us to put it December 1st? No, December, it'll be a couple of days.
Yes, because next Friday is November 1st.
So we can do a December 1st
We can do it
deadline.
by December 1st deadline.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right on
We're in
time.
good shape.
That's awesome.
Right.
I'll take it. I'll take it easy here, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we'll go get this processed, and I think that's all we need.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Enjoy, Tammy.
Thank you,
See ya.
Tammy.
All right, bye.
Like 3:15.